let's just dive on in, shall we? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing, gorgeous, abundant day. So in today's video, we're gonna do a nice get ready with me video while we discuss why my God is not a man. This has been a topic ongoing from some time. Like, religious topics like these, or like spiritual topics like these, are always going on. Like, you will never not see people's own interpretation of what God is, and I have my own. You may have your own. So I thought I would share it. I thought I would share my own interpretation of what I think God means to me, or what I like to prescribe to is the universe. That's what I like to tap into. So if you do end up liking this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on my post notifications so you won't miss another one from me, and let's dive on in. There was this saying I used to say, very misogynistic. None of y'all called me out on it. Whatever. I just need to kind of complete the last phase of my skincare. But before I do that, I'm going to do my brows, because you gotta do that first before you put any like liquids on, because if you don't, you'll probably have to do it after your foundation so it can stick. Because like, I like to draw on my eyebrows with the pencil, and because the pencil is so fine and so delicate, it really doesn't work well with like hydrating products on first. Like, I'm even pushing it right now because I have on moisturizer. I always do straight brows, so I think one day before I take my night shower, I'm just going to try out different brow looks and see if it hits. First brow down. All right, so now let's talk about what this video is all about, okay? So the reason why I think God is a man, God isn't a man, is a plethora of things. And the number one reason, which is the reason I really subscribe to, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit later. But I feel like if God was really a man, we'd be doomed. I mean, we kind of are doomed. Some of y'all are doomed, not me, but some of y'all are doomed, because I just don't think that men, like, I would say the Christian to God, hell yeah, definitely a man, for sure. That is a whole man, the way they be acting. How the hell you get a woman pregnant without touching her? That's strike one, bitch. You know? And then not only that, I do believe in multiple gods. So I do believe like in Poseidon, Zeus, the Egyptian gods. Like, I believe those exist. So yeah, God can be a man. But the God I'm discussing is like source, oneness. The one true God. The universe, that's what I'm talking about. The one that created those miniature gods, or those other gods, you know? I feel like in Greek mythology, it's called something else. But what I like to say is the universe. And the reason why I don't think the universe is a man, because the universe just doesn't have a gender. If somebody said if the universe had a gender, it would be they, them. And they're right, they would be non-binary. Because the universe is literally all of us, okay? The universe is made up of us. You are literally the universe expressing itself. So because of that, I don't think that the universe is just a man. And that's it, across like all fucking time, all fucking people. There's no way. And also, as a woman in a patriarchy, why do I want to follow a man? That's straight one. I don't want to follow a man. Love men. Some men are cool. Not me though. My brows are looking tight. They're looking really good. So now I can put this on, which is some argan oil. I think this will be good to just kind of like act like a base to the base that I'm gonna put on. So why not? I like a moisturizing moment. But yeah, I just think like God is just something intangible. God is within us, and so since God is within us, you need to act like it. Right? You are literally the universe expressing itself, because we're all made up of like little atoms and stuff. It's a wonder what, you know, fixing your skin barrier does for a nice skincare look, because like lately my skin has not been doing well because I haven't had like good makeup, not good makeup, good skincare to do it. But now it looks absolutely positively amazing. And you know why? Because I did my skincare. I'm gonna use this eye cream underneath the eyes to just have a very nice base for the other eyes, for like my concealer and everything, because that's good to have, especially if you have dry under eyes like me. And especially during the spring, I'm going to have those dry under eyes. Like I always have to have my little thing on deck, like my little eye drops on deck. My eyes are always leaking because of allergies and because of these pets. So I need to get a new pet. Not a new pet, but like new things for the pet. I'm going to be using this hydrating, I think this is hyaluronic acid. No. Yeah, it is. Hyaluronic acid primer as my base or primer today. I like it. It's very hydrating. It eats. You know, you have to have a primer so your makeup can set really nice. And sit really nice. And grip really nice. Honestly, y'all, I thought I had more to say on this topic, but I actually don't. It's that simple. The universe is you. And when you realize this fact, it's like everything clicks in place and you get to realize just how capable you are in multiple ways that you can't even fathom. I'm gonna color correct before I start my concealer. So I like to color correct where my dark spots are, which is right here on my corners, a little bit under my eye. But because I've been doing so well with like my skincare, I don't really have dark under eyes anymore, which kind of eats, y'all. I didn't even know I didn't have any, because I used to have really bad dark under eyes, but I still do it. And I also do right here, because you know it's dark right here, but this is where I do it. It makes you ask like one particular question, and that question I actually want you to ask yourself is, what do I want to do that's going to be in alignment with the universe or in alignment with God, right? Because when you realize that you are God, you ultimately realize you have the power in your reality and your realm to change things as you see fit. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to sit in a place where ease is not happening. You don't have to sacrifice a lot of things, because you are God. And so when you know you are God and you know you have the power to wield a lot of things, you know, it kind of makes you unstoppable. And, you know, for some people, it makes them unstoppable in a bad way. Like, how do you think rich people get to where they are, or certain rich people get to where they are? Is because they crack that code. They crack the code like, oh, this shit is a stimulation or a simulation. I don't know which word you would use, but this stuff is such a simulation. So since it is a simulation, like, I need to act like it and just start, you know, just assuming certain things in my reality, and that is the outcome, okay? And so sometimes we need to start with, once we realize that we are the universe expressing itself, and we know that whatever we say go, not the physical don't run this, you run it, okay? And like, depending on the thought processes you have, you're going to make certain decisions and choices. And also you're going to quantum leap, like you're going to leap into certain places and timelines that you want to just be in, that has your desires, because that's what manifesting is. You just quantum leaping into your desired state and your desired reality, right? So what this may look like for you when you first, you know, crack that code is at realizing, okay, who do I want to be and what do I want to become that is in alignment with my inner God, my inner source, my inner power, my inner universe, right? Like, who is that? And you can go from the material to the physical to the spiritual, but I would recommend focusing on your inner world and your spiritual and material and emotional world, because it's your inner world. I don't know what that was, but it's your inner world that kind of decides your outer one, right? Your physical one. So what this may mean for you is that, okay, I am kind of anxious. So my ideal self, my higher being, she Okay, she may find ways to ground herself, or she may find ways to eradicate self-limiting beliefs or the source of my anxiety. Okay, that's probably one thing you'll probably tap into. And so the more that you put yourself in that thought process is the more things will kind of just start aligning for you. Then you're going to start seeing things transform. So this is a journal prompt that I want you to do today or whenever you want to do it. Okay, whatever you feel like it, whatever you feel like. You see how I just kind of make everything cohesive? You know, so I'm also using Thread Beauty's concealer. I like it. It's very buildable coverage. Also, it's very hydrating as well. Like, I like a nice hydrated concealer. I don't like matte concealers because I don't like a matte look. That's not my thing. People be like, oh, well, it doesn't matter if your look is matte because you can go in and make it dewy. And I'm like, but it's still gonna look like it's matte. It's still gonna look like I have makeup on or it's powdery, and that is not the look I want to go for. Y'all need to stop lying to people. Y'all look good though, so y'all look good, but stop lying. Maybe I'll let this sit for a minute. I do want to try the underpainting technique because I've been seeing it a lot on TikTok and I love it, but I feel like that's another like shower makeup routine. Like, I just realized that the shower makeup routine is doing your makeup before you go shower. I'm like, that's kind of it. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, once you ask yourself that question, you can start living in your highest alignment and you can stay there. Okay, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize when they tap into their power and, you know, they start manifesting realness, they start tapping into their spirituality. It's a lifestyle change. It's a lifestyle change. And because it's a lifestyle change, you want to make sure that you're consistent and disciplined and you get back on that horse when you fall. Oftentimes people think that when they fall, they just got to restart. But no, you started the moment you said, hey, I'm ready for a new beginning in my life, right? And you made that decision to start waking up early in the morning and do this and do that. Like, the moment you made that decision was the moment you started. Now you are in the rat race. You're not even the rat race, because like, we're not doing that. We're tapping into ease. We're tapping into tranquility. Do you see how that blended out? We're tapping into ease. We're tapping into tranquility. So no, you're not in the rat race per se, but you're in it. All right, you're in the manifestations of your desires. You're in your highest alignment the moment you said, I am in my highest alignment, or I want to get in my highest alignment. And so now you're in the process of thinking in your highest alignment and stuff like that. That is what the universe does, okay? Because whatever you see, like this is made up of energy and atoms. This is the universe. That's how it works. Like, and the universe is just like, you know what, I'm bored. Let me make a whole bunch of little avatars and just see how they live their life. And so when you kind of realize that it puts you in this place where you're like, I can't sacrifice anything because life is too short, but also like life is worth living. Now you can live to the fullest because that is what the universe was called to do. That's what you were meant to do. You were meant to show the universe, hey, how do you want to live? Right? Like, you were meant to show the universe like how you want to live, how you want to act, how you want to move. I'm going to be using Kat Von D's powder. Honestly, I do this thing where I use the same makeup products over and over and over, and I don't like to change it. And I'm like, well, that's why, and I'm like, that's what makes me like a not so good beauty influencer, because I don't like to try new things. But one of these days I'll switch it up. And I don't like to bake at all. Baking is not my thing. I can't stand it. Like, you just don't have to crease, because again, I do not like that powdery look. So I just do like a very minimal amount of a concealer, and then just a very minimal amount of powder. I like how round my face is. This is the face of a moon. Like, you can tell I'm a Cancer rising because it's like so round. It's so cute. But this roundness is going to go away because I'm gonna start losing some weight again, and then it's gonna go like, it's gonna get oval. But I don't want it too oval. Like when I first started losing weight, I want it like not even that. I still want that chubbiness. Like, you know, I still want that chubbiness. Like a nice, well-rounded face type energy. Now it's time for foundation. This is the new Camp Von D foundation. I don't think it's new, but you know, I'm gonna call it that because it's new to me. It's the serum foundation. Okay, that makes sense because this transfers bad if you don't set it, and I'm not a setting type of girl. Well, I do the spray set and it helps a little bit, but yeah, this is definitely need to be set with powder if you use it, but I do love it because it gives you that nice finish. And then you also don't really need to use a lot because like it says, it is full coverage. And I don't like to use a lot anyway. So I dab a little bit on my sponge because this soaks up a lot, and then I just dab it. There's hair on me. Okay, so yeah. And then, so with this technique that I do, I don't put my foundation everywhere, okay? And the reason why I don't is because I don't want that cakey look that happens when you do. So if you're like, okay, why is my foundation and why is my concealer so cakey, especially like right here, don't put any foundation there. And if you're doing it my way, you won't because like your concealer is already there, you know? All right, as you can see, the face is facing. I can't wait to get like a new camera so I can kind of show you guys better what I'm talking about because I deserve it. But yeah, this is like the skin now. And then next I do like some bronzer, and the bronzer that I personally like to use is this Milk Makeup one. It's their Bionic Bronzer Invincible. I already have some on this little palette here, and I recommend getting something like this. I've been sent one by Milk Makeup. I've recently been sent one by Kat Von D. I have never gone back. Like, I always use this for years. But yeah, back to what we was discussing and what we were talking about. You need to start making decisions and start thinking in your highest alignment and get yourself out of this place in this situation where you think you cannot thrive, and just be the best you can be, okay? Because that is not, since you know that, you can kind of control your outcome and control your life as you see fit. You will not be walking around on autopilot, and that's another thing you must do when you realize that you are the universe expressing itself and you want certain things in your life to happen. You got to stop walking around on autopilot. It's because you're acting like you don't know what to do, where to move, and you're stagnant. It's because of that that you're not where you want to be. And here's the thing, nobody knows what's right for them unless they think about it, but not to the point where they're overthinking, right? It's just like they make a decision and they're like, okay, let's see if this is right for me, right? And I understand that feeling of feeling lost, because that's how I was for the last couple of years. I was like, what should I do? What should I move? But it was simply because I decided to be in that place, and I decided to be in that situation. I decided to act like I was lost when in actuality, everything was right in front of me, okay? But I just allowed my emotions to take root and to take the forefront instead of, you know, tapping to my wisdom and my higher self. Here's the thing, I was tapping into my wisdom and higher self as I was lost, but the feeling of being lost weighed out way more than me, you know, tapping into my highest self, okay? And so when that happens, when that occurs, yeah, you're gonna feel like you've been in a perpetual and consistent and constant state of, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What the fuck? What the hell? What Spirit in particular wants to remind you of is that you have all the tools at your disposal right now in this moment to cultivate the life that you want. You don't have to look outside of yourself for anything other than you. So here's the Flora tint. I'm going to use this. I love using their tints for blush. And I had to think about it because I'm like, do I put on blush right now? And when you put on blush, especially like cream tinty blushes like these, you want to use like a dense, I don't think this is dense, but it's something. You want to use a brush like this. That way it doesn't like go through the brush and it stays right on top, and you have that instead of that. So we're going to do the other side. Yeah, I remember when I used to put on a lot of blush. I miss that. I miss those times. Unfortunately, I done grew up. And now I don't want to look like a blush tomato. Even though when you do, you look so good. I still put a lot on, honestly. You see that? I put a lot on today. And I like to carry it up into my brow bone. Because it just gives some dimension. And then I also like to put it on my nose because I got a cute little nose and it deserves to show. Look at that. That's a lot. Who cares though? Not me. Clearly. And with these floor tints, you have to work really, really, really fast. Because if you do not work fast, it's going to stain your makeup. And then like, oh shit, all the work that I've done is gone. It's lost. It's not here. It doesn't work anymore. So that's the blush look. I think I'm going to go back in with some bronzer just to kind of like shape it out just a tiny bit more. Yeah, look at that nose, look at that nose. I have not highlighted in years because of the cream stuff that I do, and I don't set it because fuck it. Like I am not a setting type of girl. So like the base is set, the base is done. What I can do next is set. I really want a new setting spray, so if you have any recommendations, let me know. I absolutely love to hear them. So now I'm gonna do a makeup look. I kind of know what I want to do because I did this last time, and I want to do that makeup look but with blue because I thought it would look really, really good. What I'm going to do first is take this flat brush and I'm going to dab it in this blue hat that you see here. And what I'm going to do is really concentrate it towards the middle and kind of create such like a curve edge. I've been learning lately, and I thought I would just share a little bit with you guys. So okay, that's how it looks right now. So what I'm gonna do is kind of connect the bottom and just stop right there. I don't know how I kind of did it, but we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna go with it. And then I'm gonna take something like this and just pack it on in those spots I'm missing, because this is a little bit more denser, so I can put a lot more on. Okay. And boom, that is the eye look. I'm gonna just carry it out just a little bit more, just to drag it. And if you want it to be this potent and this like successful, but if you want it to be this pigmented, you gotta pack that shit on. Like you can't be, oh, one and done. And you're like, why the hell is it not pigmented? Some eyeshadows aren't as pigmented as others. So unfortunately, you know, we gotta do stuff like this. And I thought I'll just put a little dot there. I think that look really cute. And again, make sure that dot as well is very pigmented. Like one thing I've been tapping into lately though is using my astrology, like using my midheaven to present myself and to like market myself, because I've been tapping into stuff like that lately, like using my human design to market my business, or using astrology to market my business. And I finally kind of created a marketing plan that is going to be great for me. And if you are like an entrepreneur, or you're trying to just figure out like what you should do when it comes to your career and stuff, listen up, because when I figured this out, I was like, everything makes sense. Because what I like to do is find out new information and then apply it to certain things that I've done in the past and see how like that information correlates to things. So for me, my midheaven is in Pisces, okay? And the where you find your midheaven is in your 10th house. That is where it's going to be. It is literally going to say on your chart, midheaven in Pisces, midheaven in Aries, midheaven in this and that. If you want to know what your midheaven is, go to Time Passages. That is an app on iOS. and you can literally look up your birth chart, and it's going to have all the information you need for that in particular. Okay. All right, let me focus on this real quick. So, and then once you've done that, you can do what I'm about to do now, what I'm about to tell you now. So, if your midheaven is in Pisces, like mine, you want to like, you'll probably like a spiritual leader, a spiritual guider, something in the spiritual arts. You'll also be something like in the creativity, like I think a musician you could be. And this is just one aspect of your chart, okay? This is not all of it. You know, the midheaven can tell you like what you would do career-wise. But as you can see, for me, it's spirituality, all right? So because I can be a spiritual baddie, there's so many outlets I could take. So your midheaven is what people want from you visually, okay? What they want you to, you know, show them or tap into. So Pisces is all about illusion. It's all about Neptune. It's all about etherealness. So what I would show you guys is kind of like things that are very elusive, illusional, or I should say a little bit more hands-on. Like I can show you things that has to do with spiritual essence, has to do with the ocean, like visually. Like I would probably tap into aesthetics that have the ocean. I'll probably wear blue. I'll probably wear purple, periwinkle, pearls, like that. It's some stuff associated with the planet Neptune, and Neptune is all about pearls and lilies and other little things like that. And so that's why I'm kind of like fairy. Like the way I present myself is because of my Pisces midheaven, and I didn't even know that. But yeah, I would do things pertaining to that. So I do that. Like I already did it off the bat. I didn't need the midheaven to tell me like what I would love to do, because I eventually went here. First, I was like an artist. Okay, I was an artist. Then I went to spirituality, and then that was what stuck. And so I'm kind of trying to combine the two, right? And so since you have your midheaven, now you know what to do and how you know how to present yourself and market yourself. Your 11th house is what your community want, what you guys want, okay? My 11th house is ruled by Mars and Venus, but particularly is ruled by Venus because my 11th house is in Taurus. So you guys are like beauty, which was one of the things that had me really pop off back in 2020, along with my spirituality, but my beauty in particular had me pop off because that's what y'all wanted to see. Not on here, not really on here, but y'all like the looks. I know I kind of want to put this white liner on, but this is like this white liner is waterproof. It's so hard to get off, y'all. You don't get it. I'm gonna have to use some tape. Stuff pertaining to relationships, anything that has to do with the planet Venus. So again, whatever planet is ruled by that sign is what you would discuss. So relationships, partnerships. You guys would probably like for me to talk a little bit more about beauty or those other things. And then also in conjunction with my midheaven, right? I'll be talking about spiritual things, spiritual topics and stuff. But that's what oh no, how did this happen? But that's pretty much what the community would like. And so I realized combining those things helped. And then those are just on the surface, right? There's some other things that will help me kind of grow within my community and grow within my career. So another house you can use is your 3rd house, okay? And your 3rd house is your communication style, like how people want to listen to you and how people want to talk with you. So my communication style in particular is Virgo, okay? My 3rd house is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is like a fast planet. And since mine is in Virgo, right? I talk fast. Y'all hear me? Okay, I explain things a little bit too much. Like I give you 3 different like, you know, examples of the same topic as we're talking about it, to the point where I have to cut out some of my stuff. Which is so funny. And I remember when I first began my YouTube journey and I was still trying to get things in gear, people would comment on that. People would be like, you know, you just said the you just said the main topic like 3 times in 3 different ways. Like you keep repeating yourself, and I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, I have Virgo placements. That's how it works. Even now, to this day, I still repeat myself. But you know what? I'm doing better. Not only that, since the 3rd house is ruled by Mercury, I may be a little bit more sarcastic. I may, you know, be a little bit more funny, you know, because that's what people enjoy. Just really just me talking how I would, but in a way that is going to be beneficial, right? So like, you know, there are sides of Virgo that's just a little bit more sarcastic, a little bit more critical, a little bit more mean. And you know, my audience loves that, okay? That's one thing my audience loves, but I don't want to exude that because again, I'm a Pisces midheaven, right? Again, that Pisces midheaven. So I want to make sure I'm not doing too much just to push you guys away. I have it written down all in this notebook because one night, like at 2 a.m., I was just studying it and I got it all together. So now I know like my marketing setup and everything. Like right here, like all of that is just me creating like my new marketing strategy and stuff. And then like right here is the houses and stuff. So like I got the 3rd house, which is the communication, the 5th house, which is what we're going to talk about next. That's like the visuals and content style. And then the 9th house, which is your marketing insight. That's like where my opportunities will be. But it's so great. Like I recommend you take a night and just talk about it. It's going to be so cool. So for the 5th house, this is all about, I had to pull it out, y'all. My visual and content style, okay? This one was kind of tricky, okay? Because my 5th house is a Scorpio, and I have Chiron in the 5th house. And what rules the 5th house is, you know, who rules Scorpio is the planet Pluto. Regeneration, rebirth, transformation, okay? That is like something people would love to hear from me. People would love for me to talk about in depth. People would love for me to discuss. Since it's in Scorpio, since Chiron's there, since Pluto's there, I would talk about things that brought me pain, but I transmute it into goodness, into light, into love. How I kind of rose up out of as a phoenix. If you go back to my like really early videos of my spirituality and stuff, you would see most of my videos are like how I overcame this or how I did this and this and this, and people loved it because they love how I was able to transform. They could relate to it, and then also they can use it to benefit their life. Shadow work, that was one of the videos that really blew up for me. And so I was like, oh, so I need to talk about my pain so people will come, right? In the 5th house, is it me talking about it? Is more so just marketing. Like that's how I market myself. Like that's what's going to draw them in, and then everything else, like talking about Venus and partnerships and stuff like that. That's like, so like transformation in my relationships, transformation when it comes to how I view myself and my beauty. That's how that works. My brown lip liner is in my purse, and I really do not feel like going up and going to get it. So what I'm going to use is this. What do you think? But yeah, that's just like a few things that I've been learning that is greatly putting me in this very like hopeful mood, especially with this solar eclipse that recently passed. I highly recommend just looking at it and seeing if it works for you. I like this. Sometimes I like to use my brow pencil. Another thing I really want to talk about is what's going to be happening this August, this year. I don't know if I should do this lip oil. I know I'm not doing the red one, or if I should do my hot chocolate. This ain't hot chocolate. This is, yeah, this is a hot chocolate gloss bomb. Let's see how this will work. I like it. I like it, yeah. Okay. Completed look. So, oh, actually it's not completed. You know what I gotta do? My moles. I gotta do my moles. You know, I don't play about that. So this year, August 2024, we are going to Bali. And I thought it would be so fun for you guys to join us because it would be such a fun time that I don't think you guys will want to miss out on. That's what I like to do with my little bowls. So if you have been wondering about this service, go to the link in the description box because it's going to give you the itinerary in Bali. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff. We're going to be going to this water purification temple. And I'm really excited for that because it's a whole spiritual experience. You're going to be coming out feeling really cleansed and just ready to take on what this workshop or what this trip is all about, with it, which is healthy communications, connecting with other people, and really tapping into your inner power, because that's what I want this workshop, or what I want this trip to be about. I have so many workshops that I'm going to be introducing to you guys on this trip. Like, I have a workshop on how to tap into your inner peace, or I should say how to tap into the present moment. And this one is going to be done on the beach because we have a day where we go to the beach. This one's going to be done there. And I'm going to just have y'all touch the sand and really remain present, and then really talk to you guys about like what it means to be present to you. And if you know what to do, like how you know how to, if you know how to get present. I have another workshop about manifestation and how you're going to be able to manifest your desires. And like, this is not going to be like, oh, you need to tap into, or you have to let, no, I'm going to give y'all like bar for bar, step by step, like how to manifest your desires. Okay, I'm not just going to give y'all a pep talk. And then another thing we're going to be doing, these are my favorite earrings. Like, I always get my jewelry from Shein or like small businesses. Like my necklaces I get from small businesses, my earrings I get from like Shein. Like, that is so cute. Okay, but we're gonna be doing those. We also have a workshop where we're going to just be journaling out like what this Bali trip means to us and like how it feels and stuff of that nature, you know. I think it's going to be so fun, like to really kind of reminisce on the trip and look back on the trip and have our thoughts laid out for us before we go back, okay? And then like when we really go back, we can kind of do even more in-depth things and decipher like what the trip mean for us, and then kind of compare it to the notes that we had in that place back in Bali. I thought that would be so fun. Ugh. You see how pretty I look? I love it. Earrings are done. Now I just need to put on my necklaces. If I'm putting necklaces on, like if I'm about to wear it on like on a mirrored type of video, what I like to do is put it on backwards so you guys can see it if I'm not using the back camera, and 9 times out of 10 I'm not using that camera. Then y'all, it's so cute. I feel like I just want to keep this on because I have this jellyfish one that I brought. This shit about to tarnish tomorrow, honestly. And I don't know, like it would be cute. Let's see. This was relatively easy to put on. That's good. Let's do this. I like it. Like I like it. It's cute. No, it needs to go on top. I feel like if this one was up here like that, it would be really cute. I feel like I kind of want to keep these little baubles in because I don't have any like blue like stuff, but I do like how this looks, so I think I'm gonna keep these in, even though I know they're not supposed to be used like these. But you know, you gotta set the trend. You have to set the stand. Fuck shit. Yeah, I think this is the completed look. But as I was saying, like Trover trip, partnering with me with this situation, with this Bali trip. But yeah, I really think it would be so fun for you guys to come with us to Bali. If you guys want to know more about it, definitely go to the description box, check it. I would absolutely love every single one of y'all to come. Like, I've been talking about how I want certain signs to come. Like, I want all the signs to come, right? But I was just really thinking about how certain signs would interact there. Like I said, if a Virgo comes or a Gemini come, any of the mutable placements, like Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, not Aquarius, but it's fire. So I need Sagittarius. If any of y'all come, y'all will be like the adventurers. Y'all be like, yo, let's go, let's come, because we need the adventurers. Because I'm kind of am, but I'm kind of not. Like, I'm kind of like, yeah, let's do it, and then I'm also very like responsible, because I have a Taurus moon, but I have a Virgo Mars. So like, if I want to do passion and fun things, I'm like, oh hell yeah, let's do it. But sometimes my Taurus moon be like, maybe not, right? But yeah, this is the end of the video. This is the completed look. I really hope you guys like these types of videos. If you do, give it a big thumbs up, and also let me know in the comments down below like what other topics you would like me to talk about when I do these get ready with me's, because they are really fun, and I really like just sitting down and chatting with you guys about like nonsense. And what I mean by nonsense is just like random stuff, okay? But yeah, please do not miss out on that Chova trip. We have until April 15th to confirm and book this trip so we can go to it. I really know that we're going to do that. I'm manifesting that. Not even manifesting, I manifested that. We're doing it, okay? We're going. And if you want to be in your highest alignment, when I was talking about earlier in this video, how you need to figure out who you are, how to tap into it, how to tap out of feeling lost and like you don't know what to do, how to just tap into your higher perspective and your higher self and consistently move with that, with like a cheerleader down your back, I highly recommend you book a session with me, whether it be a fairy alignment session. And those sessions aren't tarot readings, where I give you like resources in those sessions. I tell you exactly what you should do to get your life on track, just to start out, and then I check back in with you guys either 3 months, depending on what I told you guys, and see how you're doing. And then if you want a tarot reading from me, for me to tap into your energy and figure out like what exactly spiritually you need to do to get together, if you don't know yourself, then book a tarot reading, okay? I absolutely highly recommend it, because my prices will be going up very soon, and I want to make sure that you guys at least attempt, try out my services, see if it works for you, and become a regular loyal customer of mine. So yeah, thank you guys so much for being here today. I absolutely love you guys dearly, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, loves. Mwah.